In 1996, April of 1996, I had the incredible fortune of inviting Vicente Fox, who had just become governor of the state of Guanajuato, where my father is from, and I invited him to come speak. I had created a Center for U.S.-Mexico Studies at the University of Texas at Dallas, and he accepted. And I decided to take him to Austin to introduce him to the then governor of Texas, George W. Bush. And of course, I knew that both of them would be presidents in 3 years, and I had no idea. I had never met a governor before. I didn't know, I think I'd met the mayor of Fort Worth at that time, who was here, by the way. Mr. Bob Bolins, good to see you. I saw you over there, yes. And so here I am sitting with these two gentlemen, and they're talking about the relationship between Mexico and the United States and Guanajuato and Texas and what can be done. And I'm just watching this. We leave, and President, at that time, Governor Vicente Fox starts calling me to UT Dallas, and we all shake. The governor is calling, the governor is calling. And he starts sending me things to do. I didn't know that I was not working for him. And he decided I was going to open up offices throughout the United States, in Dallas and Chicago and Los Angeles, New York, for the state of Guanajuato, and I did. And then I started getting calls also from a lady called Condoleezza Rice or something like that, and a Karl Rove. I don't know who. I had no idea who these people were and why they were calling me. And would I help with the campaign of George W. Bush going to run for president? And then Vicente Fox invited me to participate in his campaign. I said, I write poetry. I teach at the University of Texas U.S.-Mexico literature courses, Carlos Fuentes, Gabriel Garcia Marquez. You know, I don't know about politics. And Vicente Fox says, I don't know much either. Let's do it. No, he didn't say that. That's not true. No, he did say that. And so I was honored that he invited me to participate at first in a very academic campaign. I had heard some guy on the airplane on one of these recorded messages or interviews, some guy named Dick Morris, and that was really good at that kind of thing. And so I found his number, and he decided to participate. And then Rob Allen from right over here called and wanted to participate, and suddenly I was in a real campaign for 3 years in Mexico, having no idea what I was doing. And an adventure began that has continued since that April of 1996, and I'm so honored that he, with his huge hands, I don't know if you've shook his hand yet, but huge hands, he just pulled me in to his dream for Mexico. And this boy from Fort Worth, Texas, yes, with a father that I love very much, who's here from Guanajuato, and my mother from Fort Worth, but he pulled me into his dream for Mexico and allowed me to participate in that incredibly difficult, incredibly dangerous dream of bringing democracy to Mexico. It has, of course, changed my life and in so many respects to have been able to participate in that. Now, years have gone by, and I'm back in Fort Worth and all excited about the different things that I'm doing here. And a few months ago, he describes to me that he's going to be bringing presidents to the Centro Fox, former presidents from different countries and some current presidents. And I started thinking, Dallas-Fort Worth, they'll probably be flying through here as they go down to Guanajuato. Well, Mr. President, what about maybe doing something here on the way to the Centro Fox in Guanajuato? And he says, well, if you can do it, sure, Once again, he's pulling me in to his dreams. So I emailed Chancellor Boschini a Sunday afternoon. Chancellor, would you perchance be interested in having some presidents with President Fox? And I'm a froggy, as I don't know if you know or not. And he said, of course, Juan, the university is yours. And then I thought, well, I did participate in the mayor's campaign, Betsy Price, and I don't know how many votes I got for her, but maybe she'll take my call. And I emailed her, and she said, Juan, the city is yours. And then we started calling every one of you who are here tonight. it is really very difficult for me, my job tonight, because we're so grateful to really every single one who's here. And I'm not exaggerating. You have donated to this. You have believed in this dream. So now we have a series of 6 presidents coming to a wonderful academic event at TCU. This morning we had, I believe, over 700 students. I believe we closed it at 700, but had, I understand, a total of over 1,000, I think 1,100, that wanted to come. Incredible success. I'd like to thank the Fort Worth Club, because we changed it yesterday from 250 to 310 yesterday, and today we added to your tables 11 and 12 seats, as you probably noticed. Incredible success. I don't drink, but salud, please. Cheers to all of you. Gracias. May I go through the list of some of the wonderful people that are participating? Please be patient with me, because it is almost everyone that is present here. Of course, at TCU, Chancellor Boschini, and it would not have happened, of course, with my dear Provost Noel Donovan, that I've gotten to really like and admire very much. Thank you, sir. The TCU staff was just incredible this morning. Margaret Kelly and Tracy Seiler-Jones, just incredible what they were able to pull off this morning in such a short time. Vicente, as you know, is an oi. He wanted us to do this in August. I was able to stretch it to November. He believes in doing it now, and TCU was able to pull it off now. Congresswoman Kay Granger could not be here tonight, but she immediately stepped forward and said, yes, I will participate, and we'll find a way that you receive some of the first money. Of course, Mayor Betsy Price signed an agreement of understanding. It's done, Juan. The city is yours. Please bring President Fox. Jim Falk, and you'll be meeting him in a few moments, of the World Affairs Council. Just as you know, he does 90 of these deals. In this room just a few days ago, he had Condoleezza Rice, an incredible job, and it's such a great honor to get to know you better. I stood him up twice, okay? I've never done that in my life, and I'm still apologize to him. We love you, and of course, Rachel Vogel and Jocelyn Lancaster and your whole marketing team. This is a success because of everything that you have done. Who doesn't know Rosita Navejar? I mean, she of course, with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, really helped us. She's not able to be here tonight, but Jay Chapa, I know, is representing her, and we love her so much. With the Fort Worth Sister Cities, we found immediately, of course, kinship there. They're doing a wonderful, wonderful job. And May Ferguson, yes, give them a hand, please. Mary Kane, who is the CEO of the Sister Cities International, flew down from Washington today just to be here with us and meet with President Fox this morning. American Airlines said, yes, you've got the tickets. And after what happened yesterday and today, God bless them. And they called me and said, Juan, before I called them, and we were shaking, I got a phone call, said, you still have the tickets, Juan? So, God bless them. Interceramics. This gentleman right over here has done, I don't know, it may be that there are 2 presidents in Mexico because of this gentleman. Interceramic has supported every project we've had. When I needed money to pay, and these are some of the secrets of the campaign, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but for a Dick Morris, for a Rob Allen, the money would appear. We're just so grateful to Interceramic. We're grateful to Lala, Pastor Morris of Gateway Church had a wonderful dinner with Vicente Fox, and they both agreed that what Mexico needs is the spiritual values, and we love so much Pastor Morris and love so much my wonderful Church of Gateway, and they have supported this event. The Amon Carter Foundation, of course, said, we're in, we support, and they have done so in a great manner. The Texas Credit Union League, where's Dick Ensweiler? Dick? Back over there, Dick Ensweiler, I hope you know, a incredible champion of the credit unions. He participated, by the way, in Vicente Fox's transition team. He went down to Mexico and helped Mexico reorganize the whole credit union movement in Mexico. And it has bloomed, it has flourished, and it is very strong in Mexico. And Mexico owes it especially to one man, that is Dick Answeiler. Thank you for supporting this dinner tonight. The Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport has supported us, not only with, of course, treating Vicente Fox in such a presidential manner, but also with a table, and I'm glad you're putting up with my brother, so I don't have to. My brother Francisco Hernandez over there. Haynes and Boone, of course, immediately stood up and supported us. Morgan Building and Spas, Anthony Finch and Yadira Cepeda, and I'm sorry I'm going a little fast, but I know you want to get to hear the president. Lockheed Martin Corporation, thank you so much. You always support us in our events. Citibank, Citibank, thank you really very much. Alberto Cardenas is not here tonight, but he was the first one. He just sent a check and said, I can't be there, but I love what Vicente Fox does, and I'm with you from Houston. Baylor University is here, and Regent University is here. We thank you so much for your support. We will go to your universities very, very soon. Pete Guerin, thank you so much. And thank you, please, to the Bass family and to all the people that are with you. You said we will make this a success, and you gave us really the excitement that day that we sat down with you, and I thank you so much for supporting us. The Worthing Hotel is giving us the best rooms they've got here for each one of the presidents that are coming, and we thank them. Fusion Productions with Todd Sims is filming this. Fusion does films with some very important and TV programs and major films have done by Fusion, and they're donating this for Vicente Fox and for the whole series. Johnson of my tocayo, Juan Hernandez, who keeps getting into trouble because they think that all the bad things I do, they think that he has done them. Juan Hernandez donated the wonderful flyers that you have and the brochures, and we definitely appreciate that. Brassfield Winery sent the wine all the way from California, Mr. President? Is that, the wine came from California? President Fox has still not forgiven me that at my daughter's wedding I didn't have wine and liquor. And so he said, if we're having a dinner there, Juan, the first thing, you are having wine. And he got it donated, and so we do appreciate that you, many do appreciate that you got that. Am I missing any of the donors, please? Julie? Am I good? Oh, okay, thank God. I know that those were a lot, and so many of you are donors. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. We have created a statewide Fort Worth host committee, if you will. I'm serving on it. Sal Espino, I know you love Sal Espino, our Hispanic on the council, and a great leader in the city, someone that I greatly admire and will support in everything that he wants to do. Rosa Navejar, already mentioned, Dr. Carlos Vasquez of the Fort Worth Independent the ISD, Juan Rangel, Sergio de Leon, Manuel T. Valdez, of course, May Ferguson, of course, of the Fort Worth Cities, I already mentioned her, Irene Chase of the Fort Worth Sister Cities, Rice Tilley, of course, who supports all of the projects related to the World Affairs Council, Trey Newton of the Hispanic Republicans of Texas, and by the way, also runs HLA, the Hispanic Leadership Alliance, and George Antuna, who's here, and George P. Bush, and yours truly were the founders of two organizations, Hispanic Republicans of Texas and the Hispanic Leadership Alliance. Don't get upset with me, Sal, because I said Republican. It's okay. I want to mention to you that Vicente Fox has agreed that a percentage of the money that is raised at this dinner will go for scholarships for Hispanics right here in North Texas. Thank you. I've already mentioned several times, of course, Inter-Ceramic, but Victor, really, Victor, we just can't say enough about you. Victor Almeida, let's give him a special handshake. Martha and Whitney Hyder, we love them dearly. As you know, they are a link to Guanajuato. They have supported this event. Alberto Cárdenas, Domingo Garcia, the attorney from Dallas, a great friend of mine and a great supporter. Dick Ensweiler, I've mentioned. Jose de Jesus Legaspi, over on the south side with the wonderful mall that he has over there. Steve Murrin, where's our Cowtown mayor? ¿Dónde está Steve? Hermano, no lo veo. Acá está. We all love Steve Murrin. Thank you for your support. Julie John Cox has worked to make this happen. If one person has really done the work, it's Julie. Julie, stand up. Eh? Julie ran Betsy's campaign and ran this campaign, so we know who makes the winners. Finally, I will mention Yadira Lisette Cepeda of Texas Air Systems, Anthony Finch, Judson Cook, Leticia Benitez. ¿Dónde está Leticia? Everyone met Leticia as you were coming in. Young Hispanic businesswoman, just a ball of fire, has been a great help. Greg Wordle of BNSF. Thank you, Greg, for your help. Dana Diaz of the Fort Worth Independent School District. By the way, we have Walter Dansby here, who's the interim superintendent of the Fort Worth ISD. Thank you, sir, for serving our community. Olga Naranjo, Columba Gonzalez, William Busby, I just mentioned, Morgan Costello. I would like I have finished, by the way. You don't have to clap, please. I would just like to mention that my wonderful wife Estela is here, who I fell in love with when I was 14 years old, and she puts up with me going to the adventures to Mexico and Guatemala and things like this, and I thank you so much and love you so much. I couldn't do it really if you wouldn't give me permission. Mayor Price, would you please join me up here?
Well, hello, everybody, or shall I say howdy, because President Fox, this is Texas, and we say howdy in Texas. Howdy, y'all. We're so glad Juan and his team have done such a nice job putting this together, and it was so fun to have everybody, and I know today's turnout at TCU was incredible. We're looking forward to the presidential series. We have such a growing population of Hispanics, and it's important that we reach out. Mexico is our neighbor. We're going to develop our trade with them. I'm looking forward to working with President Fox and indeed to working with all of y'all. And thank you so much for being here tonight. And I'm going to keep it short because it's not me they want to hear from, Juan. It's President Fox. But thank you, everyone, for what you do for Fort Worth.
The greatest mayor, the greatest. We love you, Mayor. Councilman Espino, would you please join me? Councilman Espino was born in Mexico, came to the United States, came to Fort Worth, and has just taken this city to greatness. The whole north side and south side love him. I personally admire him. When I grow up, I want to be just like Sal. No, we really respect you. The only Hispanic councilman that we have in Fort Worth, and you're just doing great things, my friend. Would you please address them?
Well, first of all, bienvenidos, welcome. It is indeed an honor to be here. I know we're going to hear about this foundation for the future. Fort Worth really is an international city. We prove that time and time again. Indeed, we sit at the crossroads of a foundation for the future based on education, based on a new economy, and based, I think, on transportation mobility. I have been blessed to receive an outstanding public education from Fort Worth ISD. I'm so pleased to see students from Trimble Tech and Arlington Heights, our wonderful public schools. Because of the outstanding public school education I received, I was able to attend TCU on scholarship and SMU Law School. And as the world becomes flat, as New York Times author Friedman lays out, we become more and more of a global economy. And as the mayor takes off to the Far East, as the European Union wrestles with challenges, let us not forget about the North American market and the market of the Americas. After all, when we think of America, it goes all the way from Canada all the way south to Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay. And there is a lot of markets there for all of us to come together. And we look forward to hearing from Presidente Fox about that vision. This gentleman here was the first one to talk at the world level about this market of the Americas, and it's un honor, un placer estar aquí con usted, Presidente. Thank you, and God bless you.
Jim Falk, would you please join me? Jim Falk, for many years has been
we don't need
participating.
that.
Oh,
Here
yes,
we
yes.
go.
Well, he
But
is the
there's
CEO. Yes, sir.
There's one introduction you didn't do that I'm going to do.
Okay, you do it.
Because one of the things that makes our economy really go, of course, you did mention Jeff Fagan and the airport, but we also have a dynamic international diplomatic community here. And Paula Caldwell, I know you are somewhere in the audience. Where are you, Paula? Paula Caldwell is the Consul General of Canada. And in our region, we have nearly 30 diplomats who serve their countries and really make a difference here, and we're so grateful. Let me just say,
we also have the consul from Mexico. The consul was not able to come, but he also, the deputy consul, Jonathan Chai Auerbach.
aha, you have the notes here.
Yes, I do.
All right, good. But let me just say very quickly how pleased we are at the World Affairs Council to work on this project. And as I mentioned to our board of directors about 2 weeks ago when the president and Mrs. Fox were kind enough to come, what we're excited about is we're going to be able to pick up the papers and look at the wire services and see Fort Worth, Texas, this leader said this. And that's very important. Thanks for the opportunity. And I want to hear President Fox.
He's getting back at me for stood up of him before. Martita Fox, thank you so much. I won't ask you to come up. If the president asks you to come up, I know we would love to hear from you. But if someone made this man president, I watched it. It was Martita Fox, the First Lady. Give her a big hand, please. Mr. President, would you please join me up here, por favor? It is a great honor for me. He needs no introduction. The man who brought democracy to Mexico, Vicente Fox.
Gracias, gracias.